Well, thank you for taking the time to click another Ultra Instinct video. Like I say, Ultra Instinct's a mentality. It's not just a build, it's a playstyle. And today we'll be highlighting my Hawkeye. A quick description. It's not a split shot build, it relies on his suspension arrow, which is a heavy combo finisher with Firestorm Assault Heroic, and as well the Razor Arrows. And also I just want to point out before I even begin, the status suspension arrow with Firestorm setup is just good to the point where the idea behind my Razor Arrows doesn't need to be used, sadly. It was mostly taking advantage of marksman buff, but to be fair, it works perfectly in a team setting, but you won't see it much in my custom harm room gameplay. When it comes to key pieces, the Ranger's bow, it's a named heroic piece from villain sectors, only just because of the flexibility it has with the Berserker perks, and it's also much easier to get than the exotic version. After that, the melee piece with the heavy combo finisher, and that's basically the solid foundation of the playstyle. After that, it's really on your luck with RNG and how good you're trying to be. Notable mention is the Tempered Combat Blade melee piece from Hives. With the Hunter Haste perk, it's like a must-have if you have a Razor Arrow, and it also can roll with the Overcharged Spike perk. When it comes to range, I guess Razor Arrows with Vibranium. But honestly, until they address if it's even working as intended, I personally just don't bother with Vibranium, but I do have it on backup. For nice tips, it's possible to actually dodge cancel the suspension arrow. It's very situational, but it's good to know. And if you have the return fire from your mastery tree, you can follow up with a starting disruption or rocket arrow. And I guess also this key tip would be starting your combo with the evade attack. It's more effective because it has a high impact, and sometimes that little stagger it gives off is honestly the deciding factor if you could even finish off the combo. So I'd really look into that as well. And as always, shout out to the whole DSG crew for helping me test the playstyle. Like I pointed out, this isn't a split shot focused build. It's more hybrid, but the damage it can do is S tier for sure. So it could definitely hang with the best. You can also check out DoomKillaHD Budapest build. It's a different version of how to build Hawkeye. Definitely worth checking out. His links will be in the descriptions below. And if you need a glimpse of my gear and skill choices, or even to skip to certain waves, don't be afraid to use those timestamps. At the end, I'll give my final thoughts on the build, and just with that said, let's get to this S tier clear. Yeah, that's a wrap on another Ultra Instinct video. Thanks as always for sticking around until the end. On my final thoughts with Hawkeye. Where do I start? Like I said, it revolves around heavy combo finisher, and all key pieces are farmable. I was never a fan of split shot, and this playstyle just requires more attention to pull off, but when it does, it feels good. And not to mention, the Razor Arrow setup is easier to do in a group setting, so when it will come to the raids, those enemies will be more or less plus 20 until everyone's like at 155. And if I'm using the custom harm room as an example, you'll be fine. Especially in a coordinated group, it would be just much easier. And with what's going on now, attack insert is coming back. I personally believe they should drop the percentage from 50% to 15 or 10%, so it's not such a mandatory perk to have. And we can't also forget about how Vibranium is working right now either, but only time will tell with that. And with that said, if this video gave you a better insight on this hero, hit that like button. That would be much appreciated. Also, don't forget to subscribe to get notification on future content. If you have questions on the video or my build, leave a comment. You can follow me on Twitter, where I post video clips, build updates, and insights on games I play. Or you can also find me on the DSG Discord. I'm slowly starting to stream again, so keep y'all eyes out open for that. All the links will be in the descriptions below, so until next time, be safe and take care.
調子に乗るなよ、加藤主。